Welcome. Today we're diving into the security and privacy analysis of Tile, one of the world's most popular Bluetooth-based location tracking services. Tile is used by millions to keep track of keys, bags, and even pets. But how secure is this technology? Recent research has uncovered significant vulnerabilities in Tile's protocol, raising serious concerns about user privacy and safety. In this video, we'll break down how Tile works, what makes it unique, and why its security claims may not hold up under scrutiny. Let's start by understanding what Tile is and how it fits into the broader landscape of location tracking devices. Tile stands as the second most popular crowdsourced location tracking service, just behind Apple's AirTags. With over 40 million devices sold and hundreds of thousands of paying users, Tile's reach is extensive. The company has partnered with major brands like Dell and Bose, embedding its protocol into laptops, headphones, and more. In 2021, Tile joined Amazon's Sidewalk network, expanding its coverage to 90% of the U.S. population. This widespread adoption highlights the importance of understanding Tile's security and privacy implications, especially as location tracking becomes more integrated into our daily lives. Tile uses Bluetooth Low Energy, BLE, to communicate between small tracker tags and smartphones or tablets. When a tag is lost, it sends out BLE advertisements containing an identifier. Nearby devices running the Tile app, called Finders, pick up these signals and report the tag's location to Tile's servers. The owner can then retrieve the location of their lost item by querying the server. This crowdsourced approach leverages millions of devices to help users find their belongings, but it also introduces complex privacy and security challenges. Tile is part of a broader class of services called offline finding of networks, which include Apple's Find My and Google's Find My device. These networks use BLE to enable devices to find each other without direct internet access. The core idea is that lost tags broadcast identifiers, and bystander devices help relay their locations. As these networks become more common, the potential for misuse, such as stalking or unauthorized tracking, grows, making robust security essential. To evaluate Tile's security, researchers look at several key properties: tag indistinguishability, tag detectability, location privacy, and accountability. Tag indistinguishability means an attacker shouldn't be able to link Bluetooth advertisements to a specific tag. Tag detectability ensures that unwanted tracking attempts can be detected by potential victims. Location privacy protects users' whereabouts from being exposed, and accountability aims to punish abusers of the system. Each of these properties faces unique threats from different types of adversaries, including passive and active RF attackers, malicious owners, and even the platform server itself. Tile claims its network is anonymous and that only the owner can see their Tile's location. The company also touts features like Scan and Secure for detecting rogue tags and an anti-theft mode that makes trackers invisible to detection. However, these claims are not backed by public, formal descriptions of their protocol or threat model. This lack of transparency makes it difficult for users and researchers to assess the true level of security and privacy offered by Tile. To uncover the reality behind Tile's security, researchers reverse-engineered the Tile Android app and analyzed its communication protocols. Using static and dynamic analysis, they examined how tags are registered, how identifiers are generated, and how location data is reported. This deep dive revealed several vulnerabilities that allow adversaries to violate key security properties, even under optimistic assumptions about Tile's backend. When a user sets up a Tile, the device is registered via the app, and a unique identifier is assigned. During activation, a shared secret called the auth key is established between the tag, the owner's device, and the Tile server. This key is used to generate pseudonymous identifiers, called, which the tag broadcasts every 15 minutes. However, the server knows the auth key for every tag, which becomes a critical point for potential privacy breaches. Once activated, Tile tags continuously emit BLE advertisements containing private HIDs. Finder devices running the Tile app scan for these signals and upload the detected identifiers, along with their own location, to Tile's servers. The owner can then retrieve the location history of their tag. This process is central to Tile's functionality, but it also means that a vast amount of location data is being collected and stored by the platform. Tile's Scan and Secure feature allows users to manually scan for unknown tiles that may be following them. Unlike Apple and Google, this feature is not automatic or built into the operating system. Users must trigger it manually, and the scan only lasts about 10 minutes. The app checks for unknown and reports them to the server, which filters out any tags in anti-theft mode. This manual approach creates significant detection gaps. Tile's anti-theft mode is designed to make trackers invisible to detection tools, aiming to help users recover stolen items. To activate this mode, users must verify their identity and agree to strict terms, including a potential $1 million fine for misuse. However, this feature also makes it easier for malicious actors to use Tile devices for stalking, as their trackers become undetectable by standard scans. One of the most critical vulnerabilities identified is the lack of location indistinguishability. Tile's servers collect unencrypted location data from both owners and finders, including static MAC addresses. This means Tile effectively operates a mass surveillance network, contradicting its privacy claims. Unlike Apple and Google, which use end-to-end encryption, Tile's approach exposes users to significant privacy risks. Tile's protocol fails to guarantee tag indistinguishability. The TileMate 2022 broadcasts static MAC addresses, making it easy for passive RF adversaries to track users over time. Even if MAC addresses were randomized, the reuse of private HIDs every 90 days allows attackers to build long-term movement profiles. This undermines the core privacy protections that users expect from such devices. Tile's approach to tag detectability is fundamentally flawed. Most users don't have the Tile app installed, and even those who do must manually run scans. The scan and secure feature is not a background process and only works for a short time. Worse, enabling anti-theft mode makes trackers invisible to these scans, allowing malicious actors to evade detection and stalk victims with ease. Tile is unique in attempting to provide accountability by tying user identities to their trackers, especially in anti-theft mode. However, this mechanism is easily subverted. Attackers who obtain the auth key can generate all for a tag and replay them at arbitrary locations, framing innocent users for misconduct. Even the Tile server itself could theoretically frame users, as it holds all auth keys. Tile's transfer and sharing features introduce additional risks. When a tile is transferred or shared, the auth key is not regenerated. This means both the original and new users can generate all private HIDs and track the device indefinitely. In cases of intimate partner violence, this flaw could be exploited by abusers to continue tracking victims even after access is revoked. Despite its promises, Tile's anti-theft mode can be easily circumvented. The scan and secure feature still records all private HIDs, including those from tags in anti-theft mode. The server simply filters these out from the user interface. With a modified app, anyone can access the full list of detected, rendering anti-theft mode ineffective against determined attackers. Compared to Apple, Google, and Samsung, Tile's security measures fall short. Other providers use end-to-end encryption for location data and implement automatic OS-level anti-stalking alerts. Tile relies on manual scans and does not encrypt location data, making it the weakest among major players in terms of privacy and security. Its accountability mechanism, while unique, is also the most vulnerable to abuse. Researchers recommend several mitigations for Tile's vulnerabilities. These include adopting end-to-end encryption for location data, using randomized MAC addresses, updating auth keys upon transfer or sharing, and integrating background scanning at the OS level. Implementing these changes would bring Tile's security closer to industry standards and better protect users from surveillance and abuse. Key takeaway from this analysis is the need for greater transparency from service providers. Without clear, accessible definitions of security properties and threat models, users cannot make informed decisions about their privacy. Open protocols and independent audits are essential for building trust and ensuring that location tracking technologies are safe for everyone. Summary: Tile's location tracking protocol suffers from serious security and privacy flaws. Its anti-theft mode and accountability mechanisms are easily subverted, and its manual approach to anti-stalking leaves users vulnerable. As location tracking becomes more pervasive, it's crucial for providers to prioritize robust security, clear communication, and ongoing research into balancing privacy with accountability. Only then can users truly trust these technologies to protect what matters most.